It's Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome into my returning sub, my growing extended beautiful family. Just thank you so much for the love and support. We're all going through some hectic times right now that truly are changing our lives to, just better fit than where we were before we even started this journey. So trust and believe blessings are coming in unexpected ways towards your life. So, with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, please drop me a line or two. I would love to chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback of the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impact your life and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are very informative, give you good uplift or vibes that you truly needed, that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or friend, or even a fellow empath that are going through trying times at the moment and just needing spiritual guidance or just needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even solo purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give me a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It's so greatly appreciated. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the music I'm listening to in the background is called Positive Aura Cleanse. Emotional, spiritual healing brings positive transformation, chakra music. And I will post that link in the description box below. And the video I'm doing today, my poor baby. Um, the the video I'm doing today is called Rejection is the universe's greatest protection. A lot of times we feel like, there you go. Uh oh. Okay. I had my granddaughter today. That's why it took me so long um, to get me to do my second video. Um, but yeah, I had to get her situated, so she's over here asleep. But yeah, it is our greatest protection. At times, while we're on our path, things start changing drastically. Either if your job issues are becoming very stressful, or you are no longer working at a job and trying to find something that suits you, or it's like your friends are no longer your friends anymore. Your interests are changing for you, and a lot of times we can get frustrated. Trust me, I know. You can get frustrated when you don't get the things that you hope for in life. Things are, transforming. And a lot of times we don't realize when we get rejected for one thing is leaving, opening a door towards something that was a lot better than what we expected it to be. Because it's like when I first started this path, I did not know what I was doing. Universe started urging me to start talking about twin flames for a minute. Then I found out about we have lineages of pagans and Wiccans along our bloodline. Then INFJ, and then finding out first it was twin flame indigo, then it was Wiccans and pagans and stuff, and then it was INFJs, and went from INFJs to daggone uh Heyokas. And it's just all these things I did not know I was doing, because it was just like I didn't know, expressing my experiences, and just telling people what I went through, during my storm of travel was going to be impacted in that way. It's like almost going on 4 years, and I truly love what I do. I've always wanted to, I could be at a job, and then it's like, maybe a month or two goes by, and people are like, how you like the job? And I'm just like, man, I'm so ready to go. I really thought I was gonna like this job, but then it was just things just wasn't, I wasn't meshing well with it. And it was like basically, even when you're trying to look for jobs and stuff like that, and they don't come through, you can sign them up or whatever. And sometimes I heard I was over qualified, or I wouldn't hear anything, even when I was perfectly matched for those. And it's just like, you can get frustrated about stuff like that because, you really trying to be on your own, being independent with, the things you need to do for yourself, especially if, you've been on that independent role for a long time, and then all of a sudden you need assistance through things, and it just drives me nuts because I like to do things on my own and not really want assistance. But it just seemed like since I moved down south, everything went downhill. And it was like when I was in Midwest, I was hustling my butt off, and I did what I needed to do. But now it's like I gotta be on the up and up and everything like that. But then when I allow myself to really sit back and see how things are, I can understand what the universe was doing. When we want something, they can have something in our lives that is totally gonna rock our world. Like, you can ask for this little thing, and next thing you know, they'll have you going down different, paths, and you're trying to understand, like, why are you taking me this way? I said I wanted this, but you got me going over here and doing this. And it's just like a lot of people I've been connecting with that lives has changed drastically. A lot of things will play hand in hand about job situations, and it's just like a lot of times that your jobs will mesh with something that you're heading for. Maybe you want to go back to school, for certain trades that you didn't have an interest in before, but then all of a sudden you gain interest in it then. Or there's a lot of things that you're reading up on certain subjects, trying to know about your gifts and see things that are drawn to you, because there's a lot of times when you're on the spiritual awakening, you'll start thinking about everything. Because it was just like, well, when I heard I was an indigo, I was like, wait a minute, uh is this a color? I thought it was a color in the name of a rock band. I'm just like, what is this? And then it was just like indigos. I was like, wow. It was just so many different things that was coming out that has really blown my mind. But it's just like I love doing research about different things. I have my love bugs. They send me, different things about links that I check on, and I'm just like, wow, I appreciate that. Being able to learn more every day, I love that. Being in school, I didn't really mesh well for me, but I believe in it for my children. I just didn't want them going down the line I had, you know, uh, with things that they're doing. They're all in college. So it's just like all these different things are going on in my life, and it's just like I'm just happy about it. Just being able to see the things that I talk about, being, it's like I just always love talking, talk, 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 talk. And then it's just for me talking and then being straightforward about it, because people are looking at me like, well, did you just say that? I said, I know you were thinking it, so I had to be the one who was going to say it. And then a lot of things fit me for that. I was younger, I always acted out being funny and goofy, and people always used to tell my mom and them that I should be on stage because she's like a comedian, say a lot of crazy things. But then when I allow myself to see how things have changed so much for me, it's been a very big blessing because it allowed me to be open for change, even though I don't like change, especially if you've been doing things a certain way. But then it allowed me to really take back, change is not always bad. It's good, but it's just all about how you look at being changed. Because especially if you've been doing certain things a certain way, and it can be kind of hard. That old person starts tickling out like, no, no, we're not doing this way. Allow yourself to do things another way. You know, um, and just being able to see how the world has changed for me, and I'm just like, I feel very blessed for that, because it allows me to know, there's furthermore things out there that, I still don't know about. That's what all enlightenment is. It's like knowing you don't know everything, and there's so much more out there you can explore for that. And it's just like, I had to be able to allow myself to take this change within my life, because it was just like, I already had to get shocked with reality on how I got there, how I got here on this path, and being able to go through that, and, trying to find answers and closures towards things. But it allowed me to see things from a different point of view, being able to know, my I can be able to heal from everything that's been placed on me. Being able to see these certain things had to transpire into my life for me to be able to understand a bigger picture of what has happened. And it's just like when I can do that, I see how things are changing drastically for me, because there's so many people that are corresponding with me, and being able, they're telling me their issues or their situations that they've been in. I try to answer, as best way as I can. And just being able to understand this is what I am is kind of like an empath social worker, and I love that. And it's just so many things that goes in our lives, because when we're changing and things are, opening doors for us, it can be very scary, especially if it's something that you feel like you really would enjoy this, but you're like, what if this happens, what if that. I'll say you have to allow yourself to go with the flow, trust and believe. When I step out my comfort zone and do something different, because they always say when you do something scary, those are the things that's going to make you grow. I've done a lot of different things. It's like, I've done these videos, and, or I did a cooking video, do something different. Then my dad had me singing, and I was just like, I'm scared to do that. He's like, no, go ahead and do it. We sound so good together. I'm just like, no. It was like, I didn't want to do it. And he's that person that, really puts you out your comfort zone. And, I'm so grateful for him like that. I said, even though, we're spiritually connected, I appreciate the change that he pressed me to do, you know, um, and he's pretty cool about it. And it's just when I allow myself to really see things how they are, and just knowing there's more blessings that's in store for me, as well as my path. And it's just, I feel very humbly blessed. Uh, to be, connected with people on that term, to be able to help them as they're helping me. It's not all about me teaching you. There's a lot of things you're sharing with me that, you have been through, or the things that you have seen that you would like to share. And being able to get out that comfort zone, allowing yourself to be fair to yourself, love yourself enough to change, because it's like things had to be able to change, because just looking at the things you have experienced throughout your trials and tribulations, and it really got you. There's a lot of people that I know that they can relate to me. There's a lot of things you want to learn about, and all these things, and you want to be able to project them out towards different people. Excuse me. But a lot of times you're feared, about what people might say or what people might think. There's always going to be somebody with an opinion that is not going to agree with what you're saying. There's a lot of people that's going to try to contradict the things that you're not saying. But it's all up to you about what you decide to believe in. At times it can be very unfair. You want to set out and do these certain things, and you keep getting blocked, or the universe guides you in different paths, and they block you on those. And it's like, I used to get all up in my feelings about that. I said, why you had me going this way knowing good well I'm gonna run into a wall? They want to be able to know, when you know what you want in life, they know what you want in life. You pressed it on the, pushed it out to the universe about the look, these are the things that I want to do. And I'm trying to find my way to go about that. I need help. Can you get me the help that I need? And it's just all these different things you're going by. And then, you keep getting those brick walls after brick walls and brick walls. They want to be able to know, how hard are you going to go for these blessings that you truly want? Because they really want to give them to you, but you have to want it more than what they want to give it to you for. Even though they want, universe wants the best for us. And a lot of times we don't see that, because we're being rejected by something. And you don't realize that it's like, when they're rejecting you from certain things, they're about to bless you with something far more greater than what you expected. But you have to allow yourself to be able to go for it when they want you to go for it. There's so many different times I've been going through things, and it's almost 4 years. And, I get aggravated, because the fact is, I said, and so I haven't found out the things that are going on with my dad and all this stuff. But I have to allow myself to keep going. I can, and it's not like I'm, rearing off and try to, not worry about that, because I do. But it's just, the fact is, universe is telling me throughout these situations where you need to heal and get that closure you needed, even without the understanding of what went on, is a lot to do. But when I allowed myself to see the things that I have walked away from, I allowed myself to see in a different way. That reflected a lot of strength to me. I did not have patience. I did not have belief. I did not have faith in everything, just because of how my life went, how I was treated. And that allowed me to know, when I've been on this path, I've seen more blessings that I've had in my whole lifetime than I did in this span. And I've been so grateful for them, whether or not it was something I thought I needed or something I was rejecting. It was still a blessing to me. Being able to allow myself to see, not to allow people to get in my head, And it was like being able to walk away now, regardless of what anybody's opinion was about me. I still strong in my opinion. Everybody can, there's going to be times that not everybody's going to agree with me, and that's fine. You keep it real. It's just like people are like, oh, well, if we disagree, we're not friends anymore. I'm like, why? Why would you think that? And it's like, no, you should be able to be, you can voice your opinion long as you're allowing yourself. You don't got to fuss, you don't got to argue. You're going to have your opinion. I mean, there's so many people I'm connected with here, and they're stuck in their ways and I'm stuck in mine. But, I try to be able to view their, on their side. I'm trying to view it from their point of view. But I want them to understand why I said what I said, you know, and just want the best for people, you know. But it's just like throughout these changes, you will see, you will see, you may not find today, but you will see that the things that has happened for you, the universe has always been in your corner, but a lot of times they know what is needed in your life far more than you do. You're growing, you're healing, you're walking away from toxic situations, you're healing from toxic experiences, you're walking away from people that brought those toxic experiences, allowing yourself to forgive them. Because it's like when you allow yourself to look at how you used to do things before, or shoot, I used to hold grudges. You can die and I still have a grudge against you, you know. But now it's just like I don't hold, when I'm so busy trying to live my best life and that's what I'm focused on, I don't have time to be holding grudges against anybody. Because when you do, you're allowing yourself to let that, whatever that thing, that situation is, or that subject or that person is taking your power into that, and it's not where it's supposed to go. You have to allow yourself to get to where you're trying to get to and focus on that, you know. Wish folks well, they do more better than what they did for you, because when you're allowing yourself to be living a good life, they're still gonna be stuck on stupid, trying to worry about just probably like dry hating and just want to, got that muck face on. Like, I hate the fact that they won this. I wanted them to suffer, all those things. And you're gonna be that you're gonna, reflect on them. Like, this is how living your best life is. This is about, even though you've been through hell and back, I still came out on top, because those are things that strengthen me. And I felt blessed when I did not get what I wanted, because guess what? Universes gave me so much better down the line that I can truly appreciate. And you have to be able to see things that way. Yes, it can really suck when somebody has put you in a certain situation, or they had you to where it done, it don't left a trace. I get it, I understand. But you have to allow yourself to see what's more important. Because if you allow yourself to be focused on the things that is in that negative thing, you have to allow nature to do its course. And sometimes that can really make you mad. Trust me, I know, because I was in my point where I want somebody to be held responsible for what has happened. I want something to come out of this other than, he say, she say, whatever the news, wants to talk about. I want that to be at peace, but I had to allow myself to, really separate myself from that. And I mean, that took a lot, especially when it's your family. I had to really allow myself to let nature take its course, because what I was doing, it wasn't working. So I had to allow myself to back away from that, because I would have lost my mind dealing with stuff like that. Universe knows how I feel about my mom and my dad, all those different things. But I had to allow myself to do what I needed to do to get that peace of mind. you know Everything comes when you're least expecting it, and when you're allowing yourself to be fair to yourself and separate for those things, and not allow yourself to want to seek and wreak justice on people. I just had to walk away, and just being able to get that peace of mind, get that closure, because that was the most hardest thing I could ever do. And just being able to do that, I had to allow myself to trust in what the powers that be got up their sleeve. And I had to keep being able to do me, keep being able to help other people, being able to see where they can change out, where they can grow from, where they can learn from, being able to, really take part in the things that, are your weak points. Your strength is when you're able to identify your weak points and say, hey, I know I need to work on this. And it's just like anything that you have had before you came on this spiritual journey, they're going to place you in certain predicaments to where those weak points are going to end up being your strong points. Before I got into this, I held grudges. When people try to pull me into their storms, I was retaliating in their storm. Allowing people, I thought validating, having my people validate my life and where I should have been validating my own life, having patience, believing in, the powers that be, that better days are coming, being able to have that patience for that. And I was setting those things because you put me in a daggone situation I could not run from, because they know quick. I'm like, oh, this is a bunch of BS. I'm about deuce. I'm going, but now they knock down every resource I could just to not let me leave. I was dealing with people that I went out my way for to help, but yet they were still trying to block me, and it was just little different things that I had to do, go through. It's like, even though, like I said, I had many blessings, more blessings this time in my lifespan than I have, at all, my time being here. But it's really changed everything for the better. I see people being just rude and belligerent and all that stuff. I just walk away. I like, oh, you are not worth the headache. I'm just gonna let you do you and be in your own storm by yourself. I'm gonna have my peace over here. You do your storm over there, and I'm good. Allowing yourself not to hate the people that has really broke you, because they broke you, but you have to bless them for breaking you, because that reminds you of everything they could never be. They reminded you of everything that they wanted you not to discover. And they play their parts. You got to be able to play yours. You got to be able to play your part better than they playing theirs. You have to be able to do that. And it's just like, I remember I looked at my dad. People say something to him, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." You're forgiven. I'm like, what the hell? I'm just like, but no, then it was, I understand that, because you're not going, it's already done. It's already said. That's why I had to be very mindful of how I put things, because even though you will apologize for it, that person or those people will remember what you have said. So I had to be very mindful of that, and I understand I had to be like that. When you always say, be my mirror, okay, I'll be your mirror. I'm getting there, but I had to be able to do those things. I had to be able to allow myself to forgive and let go, and let God, and just pray for those people. Anytime somebody's trying to go out their way to hurt me, or, not, coming up and fessing up what they did, I just pray for them. I just really pray for them. Um, and just allow things to unfold how it's going to unfold. And I can't force anything. I can't dictate when it's going to come. I don't allow people in my life that I know is trying to jeopardize me and what my path is supposed to be about and what my path is supposed to represent. I'm very picky about who I give my energy to, what I give my focus to, where I give my power to. I only keep my power to myself. If it's not love and upliftment, I'm not about to give it that. Anything that's negative, I'm not allowing myself to do that. If I find myself doing that, I curve it real quick, like, come back from the light, Caroline, come back from the light. You ain't, no, you don't need, that's not where you need to be at down that path. Come on, turn around, and just do me. I really had to do that. And it's just like, when you allow yourself to see how the changes has taken place in your life that you can really reap benefits out of, look and see. You have to allow yourself to look and see what your weaknesses were. And I'm telling you, when you're trying to understand your way out, look at the things. First, you have to own up to it, because a lot of people, they feel like, I'm fine. I don't need to do this. But you have to really understand, when they want you to have your strength, they're reminding you of you. They have that confidence in all of us that you have what it takes to make it through. But a lot of times when things get too heavy, is only because we're not allowing ourselves to look at the truth. We're not facing up to it, or we're resisting. And the more you resist, the harder things get. And they start sending signs towards everything. And if you're allowing yourself to go against the grain and you do that, and it's the universe, it will turn the heat up on you. They'll say so many times, I wanted to stay at my job, and, I got pissed off. I had to smoke weed every time I would go on there, because I didn't want to be, scalping nobody when I went to work. And I had to be able to do that. And they were like, you know what, you need to quit this job, because they know too much about you, and they trying to use your weaknesses against you, and they really did that. And it was just like, they made me pay for something just because of who I was related to. Or, there was friends that I thought were friends that went and ran their mouth, because they started seeing, me being happy and stuff like that. So they didn't like that. And next thing you know, karma just, when I just prayed for them, folks lost their job, folks lost benefits and all these different things because of how they did me. And I didn't laugh, I didn't kiki, I didn't do anything, you know. excuse me, but I had to allow nature to take its course, because I was very hurt. I said, these people I never did anything to, I thought somebody was my friend. It wasn't, because they seen me when all these things, felt, made my life fall apart, and they used that against me. So it's just like I had to allow myself to know, I was rejected for a reason. I got mad because of the way things was happening, the way people were lying and being able to get away with it. And I had to allow myself to know everything happens for a reason. You can't question what universe has for you. You can't question what they're doing in your life. That's one thing you're not going to do. You have to be able to just trust the process and keep doing you and allow yourself to heal. But just know, don't get mad when they're rejecting you from something, because once they reject you from something, they probably seen the train wreck that was about to happen. They made, when you make plans for something and you wonder why it falls through, because they seen there was about to be a storm where you are headed to. So they have to block you at times. They know what's best for you. They know what's not best for you. You have to allow yourself to see how things are going, opening up for you. Because when I allow myself to really see stuff, I'm just observing. I'm not putting no emotions in it. Yeah, I mean, there's times I want to get tickled pink because I see certain things that I see just because of folks that really did some, raw stuff to me. But then I have to allow myself, don't you do that, because they made you know better than what they did to you when you suffered. So you just allow yourself just to look, observe, don't absorb. You just keep going and like, okay, thank you, Jesus. All right, gotta go. But you have to allow yourself to see the rejection is for something else, for a bigger promotion. They're interceding on certain things that you were like, well, I worked hard for this, I worked hard for that. But you know what? But you never know, because there's so many people I've connected with, and I've seen how they got rejected from things, and I was really hoping those things would have came to light for them. But it was like they got mad, they got in their feelings, and certain things did not transpire the way they thought it was. The next thing you know, not even what they asked for something was like 20 times better than what they actually wanted anyway. Just because the fact is, look at how your life has been. Life has not been fair to you. You've been wanting to do things. You felt like that your certain success was going, catapult into something else. And then they put you on this path of enlightenment. And next thing you know, you have learned so much. You have changed so much. Your frequency has been raised in ways you didn't, see fit. That's why it's just like when I look at the things that I've went through and the things I experienced, like I said, I get in my emotions and tell them thank you, because you did not have to do that for me. I said, I know I wasn't the greatest person y'all to work with, because shoot, I think I would have gave God a daggone migraine for the things I used to do, but it is what it is, But I allow myself to be grateful for every change that has taken part in my life, because it did so much better. It wasn't easy, but I understand what had to happen. I understand what had to take place, and that really made my peace in my heart when, like I tell people, any decisions that you are making and you feel at peace about it, and it's something positive, not nothing negative. You don't have to be vindictive towards people that are being vindictive towards you, because you're on that life path, and trust and believe it's going to be a time they're going to be on their life path too. But you have to allow yourself to let nature do its job. You do what they tell you to do, and you let everything else work for you, work in your favor. Because I'm telling you, when you allow things, when you're not interceding in what is trying to go on for you, and you're allowing yourself to, just look how things are changing around you. Look how things, but if you're allowing yourself to get mad because, certain people hurt you and they're out there living a good life, trust and believe it ain't all what it seems to be, because then, number one, they're not going to tell you. They're not going to do that, because they're going to know exactly the reason why those things are coming to them. There are certain things that I see, I don't even say nothing. I'm like, don't laugh, don't do it. Don't even sit up here and say nothing like, they deserve that. Don't do that. Allow yourself to just look, and you keep doing you. It's like, oh, okay, well, let me get back to my business. Now, I already seen that. All right, good one. Let me go. And then you allow yourself to understand why certain things had to take place in your life. Allow things to work in your favor. They're guiding you towards some kind of way. Allow yourself to do that. Don't sit up here and focus on what I can't do and what I can't, because we always put those negative type keywords in our things when we're projecting out. That's just gonna be that's gonna be the energy you tend to get back. So allow yourself to say, I'm gonna give it all I got. I might not be sure about what, where they're sending me, but I'm gonna give it all I got. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to be able to keep your mindset on. Don't be putting it, well, I should have, well, I couldn't, but I can't, because you let negativity speak in your favor, and that's not something you need to do. So you have to be very, very careful about, what things you need to do. But I hope y'all have a blessed weekend. I'm gonna try to get out 2 more videos when my grandbaby sick sleep, because I hate it when she over here coughing and stuff like that. And it's like all three of us, me, her, and her mom, been sick, so she's getting it now. But I would love to give a post notification shout out to Bernadette Stewart, as well as Prosperity Plants and Jessica Rachel. Much love to you. Y'all, if I have not replied back to your comments, I just started off late. Then I had to get my granddaughter situated. So I will, after I do my videos, I'm going to sit down and recharge for a minute. Then I'm going to go ahead and reply back to them from the post and from the videos as well. So like and subscribe, share, give me a thumbs up. Tell somebody about the channel. It's greatly appreciated. And I'm so grateful for y'all's support, because we are getting up there. It's been raising. People have been subscribing like crazy. So I'm truly blessed for that. And thank you. Um, Give me a thumbs up, share, hit the notification bell so you know I'm about to upload my next video. Subscribe. If you need to get in touch with me and you don't feel comfortable with talking here, you can always find me at uh, Facebook under my name. Make sure it's spelled right. You can send me like a message. A lot of people hit me up and send me a message and just allow me to know that you connect with me here, and you just had some questions or concerns that you need help with, and whatever we talk about is 1,000% confidential. I'll help you out the best way I can. If not, I will give you the things to direct you and where you need to go. So um, yeah, you can find me there. If you're in the US, I forgot to say that too. If you're in the US, you can my chat times are at 10 o'clock in the morning till 10:30 p.m. at night, Pacific Standard Time. I don't answer anything before or after that. Now if it's an absolute emergency, like emergency, like you feel like you don't want to live no more, all those things, I will gladly be able to talk to you. If you're overseas, y'all, this doesn't go with you, because I know there's a lot of people that I deal with overseas that I connect with, and there are like 5-6 hour differences. So it's like when you send me something, I'll reply to you as soon as possible. People do email me and stuff like that, but I always tell people, please just do it on Messenger. I can get it quicker than that, than I do email, because not all the time my notification comes up. So I hope y'all have a blessed, safe weekend. Be responsible at everything you do. I hope that, anything that you're trying to manifest coming into your life, I hope it comes 1,000 times more than what you asked for. And it comes so much sooner than you expected it to. Um, and know that you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved. And knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. And I will see you on my next video. Much love to you. Peace. Be wild.